Free audio post-production by alphonic.com.
Welcome to Take It from the Iron Woman. My name is Susanne Müller, your host and the Iron Woman. This podcast is about empowering yourself and others to make real changes in the world. You will hear from everyday, smart, sophisticated, hip people like you and me. Not everybody has to be an Iron Woman to impress the world. Together, we will learn from the sports and business leaders how you can become a more successful person as an entrepreneur or a leader. It's one step at a time, one day at a time. Take your steps now. Take your big steps now. Join me on this journey to success. Take it from the Iron Woman. We have spoken to Eve before. We talk today about what is an impresario. What can you learn from impresarios? Are you an impresario? She and I met in Purple Space. We're both impresarios, and maybe she can tell us what an impresario is. We are impresarios. I love that word. For one thing, we'll have many more things coming up talking about impresarios. I have my event. It's called Innovation in Action. And when you think of innovation, it's actually a process. You start with creativity, and then it's brain stimulating, as I say, or brainstorming, whatever fits your definition. And then we get to innovation. But we need to start somewhere. So that's where the action comes in. It's about the awareness. It's about the chaos. It's about the change, the chaos we see in the world. The T is for team and training. What are the people that we're surrounding us with? The O is for the organizational outcome. And the N is for networking. So this is my impresario. We have meetings every month. But we want to hear from Eve. One question about impresario. Since we know impresario means we're organizing something, what are you planning to organize?
It's a good question. In the past, I have organized, and I say curated, art installations with other artisans that work with upcycled materials. And I provide the materials and they turn them into whatever type of magic they do in their own art practice. Several years ago, I curated an event for 7 artists along with 7 students. And we built a huge exhibit for a design festival that happens in Toronto every year. And I would love to do more of that. And then within my own practice, I do host a dance event every couple of weeks for our communities. So they can come and have some extra time dancing. There are no lessons in our dance event. It's just show up and be social. We call it the Social Collective. And now we're being challenged to think about an impresario idea for our businesses within Purple. And I appreciate you asking because my thought is that I would like to organize tours for interested people to learn more about the material landscape that is currently happening in the world, in our world, and in the residential environment. So organizing tours for, let's say, appliances, but even more specifically, cooking appliances, learning about the various types of features in cooking appliances, the ergonomics of cooking appliances, the ones that will work for you in different environments. There is a lot to say about refrigeration these days because food has never cost more money than it does now. And there is a difference between fridge A and fridge B. And there are many differences across the spectrum of refrigeration material products that we need to know about before we make these large investments. I want to organize these tours, material tours, learn about tiles. I would say that my next most important one is lighting. It is the most unsung hero of interior environments and often overlooked by builders, contractors, designers, and homeowners.
Wow.
It is one of the most always developing and regenerative in parts of our industry. The lighting industry moves very quickly, kind of like technology and along with technology. So where we always just had a light in the middle of the room and whatever it was, and we turned it on and we turned it off. Then we saw an evolution of recessed lighting in what I call pot lights, or we call pot lights. I don't really like pot lights, but recessed lighting also has their place. They aren't room lighting, and they often get used for room lighting, but they do not create atmosphere that are enjoyable for the human experience. We have a huge onset of LED lighting, and LED lighting is great from an environmental sustainability and energy use perspective, but it isn't necessarily great for the human brain. Manage the movement of LED lighting, very much like fluorescent lighting was up until recently. LED lighting has similar characteristics, even faster. The movement of light is even faster. LED lighting is great if you're not looking at the source of light. It's important that we diffuse the source of the light. And everything is LED now, almost entirely. Even the light bulbs we're buying at Home Depot are LED. However, there are many variations of these very simple light bulbs now in ways there never were in the past. And there's a lot to understand about them before you just go light bulb shopping. And likewise, before you go fixture shopping. My goal is to help elevate the knowledge of people who are looking to invest in their home in the future, or perhaps very, very soon, and want to be better informed about how these choices fit in their life and what matters to them about making them, so that I can fill in these gaps more for people who will make suggestions and want other types of education that I hadn't thought of, and I'll organize those next.
This is fantastic. Where can we sign up? This was my next question, right?
To move to Toronto.
Okay.
And I'll get you all set up.
Okay, easy. I was in Toronto a few years ago. I loved it. It's fantastic. And just to think about the future and light, the light is so important. And also the cooking, the kitchen has to be functional. And sometimes it's not really functional, unfortunately. You could help a lot of people with modifying what can be better. It doesn't have to be perfect, but if it's a little better.
Thank you for saying so, Suzanne. It doesn't have to be perfect. And perfect is like beauty. It's in the eye of the beholder.
Yeah.
So I am actually standing for optimization over perfection.
Yeah. And perfection is also boring. When you think perfection, it's perfect. There is no room for improvement, and especially these days, and I'm fascinated by the upcycling and the sustainable art project. We make art with what we find, and it's not perfect, but it's art and it's beautiful because of this imperfection.
What's most important is that your home reflect you, reflect who you are, your values, how you live, and what you care about.
Exactly. What have you learned today? What questions do you have for Eve? And if you're in the Toronto area, maybe you can even join her and learn what she has to share with you. Take it from the Iron Woman. You have episodes every Monday. Come and join us. And also, Take It from the Iron Woman is the book Global Business Coaching with Sports Parallels. Download it or get it in your local bookstore.
Free audio post-production by alphonic.com.